Whoops. Hi. I always want to start streams at 10:30 my local time. And this has been a 4-hour delayed start from that point. And I still have work things I have to do today, so really doing it good, aren't I? I'm back to standing because Joe still stole my seat. Yet again. It's every time with this guy. Every fucking time. It's cute though. It's looking at me. Ah, fuck. He bit me good. Or some skin on my flesh. And apparently I'm breaking it open. But so we are going to be continuing with Algebra 2. We have 2 sketches I want to try to do today. The one that was due yesterday and the one that is due today, because yesterday we sketched for last Friday's skipped stream because I wasn't feeling up to it. But afterwards we got something fun prepped up for, or sort of kind of prepped. We'll see how it goes for our time in Mass Effect for today. We're doing a sort of we're going to be doing a sort of challenge. Won't reveal more than that. If you know me personally, then I may have talked to you about it. I know Petra knows. I'm not sure if Dwayne knows. Dwayne might not know. I think I told him that we're doing something fun, but that might be it. Oh, yep. So, we're repping the spam shirt today because it's comfy. Who would have thunk? So let's get over the con, I guess. Yeah. Click this over here. Click this, and then we'll click this, and then we'll click this, and then we'll click this. We'll click this. You must read. At least most of the time. There we go. All right. Yeah. Shit. Oh, good. Gonna need this later. I think the little man's gonna fuck me up. Alright, so we are continuing with Algebra 2. There's a ladybug in the office. And we're going into polynomial factorization. Which we have a little bit in already for some reason. Greatest common factor. More common factor bullshit. Okay, well, let's just hop into the quiz and see how it do. Okay. Factor the polynomial by its greatest common monomial factor. Got it. So we're looking for the largest term in terms of total substance that we can tear out. Typically speaking, greatest will also mean positive. So negative quantities are technically always less than a positive quantity. So even if there's a negative sign that you would want to remove, don't do it, because con is going to take greatest in terms of like going for the largest, which a negative number never is, at least if you can just take the opposite thing. So between 12 and a 30, they both share 6, and a k cubed and a k to the 4th. There are 3 k's in the 4 that we can take out, so we're going to take out a 6k cubed, which 12k cubed divided by 6k cubed is just 2, and negative 30k to the 4th divided by 6k cubed is a negative 5k. So this is our end result. 6k cubed being the GCF, the greatest common factor. If there's more that you can take out after doing that stage, then that means, well, you didn't take out the GCF and you have more work to do. This asks us to factor the polynomial, then ask us what is the GCF, because sometimes you get that. And this also, like, this specifies as monomial. GCFs aren't always monomials, but when we think of a GCF, we're going to typically consider the monomial factor, not any larger ones, larger creatures. It'd be funny if I got that wrong right out the gate. Factor completely. You begin any polynomial factorization with a GCF. So here, they're all even, so I'm going to take that 2 out. They all have at least 2 x's, so I'm going to take those out too. And what's great about that is that we get a quadratic with a leading coefficient of 1, which means it's going to be a much easier situation for us. The captions have stopped. Son of a bitch. Sorry. Petra loves this song. Plus 2x minus 15. So you want factors of negative 15 that add to positive 2, which means the largest of the two numbers will be positive and the other will be negative, and it's just these two numbers. That's totally a 5. All right. But so since leading coefficient is 1, we're actually done, because it's going to be 2x squared, x plus 5, x minus 3. So let's type that in there, gamers. And try not to get mad by the fact that we need to close off our fucking work before we type in the goddamn answer, because con won't fix this simple fucking issue. Or at least what should be fucking simple, considering they managed to make the button still clickable. Watch them wrong. Nice. Will factored 7x to the 6 as 3x squared times 4x to the 4th. Will, you're fucking dumb. Olivia fuck. W's dumb. O factored 7x squared as 7x squared is 7x to the 6 as 7x squared times x to the 3rd power. You're both wrong. Fuck. 3 times 4 is 12. X squared times x cubed is x to the 5th. You're both wrong. Get your shit together. Oh, I hate the area model problems. Like, I kind of get them, but they're dumb. I don't like them. So basically what we're going to need to do, they've established that the length is going to be a binomial. The width is a monomial, as they say there. So we're going to do a GCF factor. 70 and 30 have a 10, and there's 6 y's that we can take from both. So it's going to be 7x squared and a 3. So the width is 10y. To 6. No, that's going to be 7y squared plus 3. It's a positive 30. It's a plus. Factor completely. So there's two quadratics that we get to factor. This is going to factor immediately as x plus 3 times x minus 3 because this is a difference of squares, so we factor based in conjugates. This here is actually really easy because a positive 4 and negative 5, it's going to be a negative 4 and a negative 1. So it's going to be just an x minus 4 and an x minus 1. Yeah. You don't need to put them in any special order. You just simply have to write this stuff down. So I'm going to write down the order that I originally wrote it down, because I think this is how I wrote it down anyway. Yeah. Gaming. 1 unit or 30 minutes. Them's the rules. Whichever is shorter. I didn't pay attention to what time it started, though. I want to say that we've been here for 10 minutes. Factor completely. This is a difference of two perfect squares. So let's just do that. 4x plus 7y times 1 to the 4x minus 7y. Right? Yeah. This is equal to 11 c squared minus 2 on a squared. To me is all I'm missing. I don't know why I go back and check out how you factor perfect square trinomials. And this high, low, can you give to me? It's up and down my hands like honey. It's all I'm missing. 7 times 5 is 35, times 2 is 70, so this works. There's no high from low. Oh, yeah. I'm not fucking typing. God damn it. I love that you give to me. Should I miss all I'm missing in this high and low? Can you give to me? Shipping down my hands like honey. Lord, I'm missing. I have a lot of mucus, apparently. Japan outside honey. I don't know what that means. This is... I don't like this. Yeah, no, this is not going to be right because we're going to get a times b, just a solid b in this. And a b's not getting factored out, so a is out of there. We'll do it anyway, though. That's going to be 2a squared. And out the window, open up the rainfall, calling for a skylight. Head is still in animal, down and out the window, open up the rainbow, calling for a starlight. Head is still in animal, down and out the window, open out the rainbow, Hoping for a starlight, head is still in animal, turning at the window, looking for a rainbow, hoping for a starlight, head is still in animal, head is still in animal. Next one, please. V went on a 3-day hiking trip. Each day he walked 3/4 the distance that he walked the day before. He walked 83.25 kilometers total in the trip. How far did V walk on the first day of the trip? So here we have a distance X being traveled the first day. Each day 3/4 the distance the day before, which means the second day was a distance of 3/4 X. And the next one is 3/4 of this distance here. So that's going shit. This button. 3/4 of 3/4 of X. And that will be equal to our 83.25. From there, we can factor out the X and get X. Yeah, I assume it wants us to factor. But these are additives. So, and we don't even actually really need to factor because it's all going to work out anyway. Like, why? How is this polynomial, by the way? How's this polynomial factorization? It's not. Like it's not. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what this is at, like what this really wants for me, but we'll factor it anyway. That'll be 1 plus 3/4 plus 9/16 is equal to 83.25. This quantity here. 16 plus 12 plus 9 over 16 is equal to 28, 37. Really? Why? Yeah, I did that right. Cool. In my calculator, I'm just doing 83.25 divided by this fraction, which would be times 16 divided by 37, which is apparently 36 flat. Weird. But sure. Yeah, so flat 36 should be. Poggers. Oh, was asked whether the following equation is an identity. To be an identity, it just means that this thing is equal to that and this is equal to that. It says nothing else. It's not like and so essentially we could say that this equation has infinitely many solutions, but you're not solving the equation. You're verifying that one expression can be written as the other expression. Now here, a lot of times when you're proving an identity, you go left or right, which kind of sucks in this case because this is such a stupid fucking expression right here. And I would probably have gone from here. I would have rather gone right to left because that's just a lot more directly useful. So let's see. Step one's already wrong. Excuse me, because these are three numbers multiplying. So when you go to simplify three numbers multiplying, you just do the pair and multiply it. C doesn't get suddenly another A. And that's what happened here, is that this, whereas this is A, B, C, multiplying this is equal to A times B times A times C, which is not what we were asked to do, because this both got distributed too, which is incorrect. So yeah, so first step is already wrong. So I'm glad I didn't have to look through all of that. God. A new shopping mall records 150 total shoppers on their first day of business. Correction, a new shopping mall records 150 total shoppers on its first day of business. A mall is not a person, and a mall is singular. Gets it. Grammar lesson for you guys. You didn't expect that coming out on a math day, huh? Did you? Gotta keep you on your fucking toes. Each day after that, the number of shoppers is 15% more than the number of shoppers the day before. Which expression gives the total number of shoppers in the first N days of business? Guess that. It's not going to be any of the other ones. So on the first day, what will happen is you get just 0.15 over 0.15, which is 1. You get 150. That needs to happen. This technically sort of thing happens on all of it. No. This doesn't happen on the first two. And here, though, I'm not 100% why this is needed. Like, that's not immediately comprehending in my head. Because it's adding a series. I got it. Okay, I'm there. But it's a 15% more. It's a 50% growth, so we want 1.15. This is a 15% decrease each day. Right? Gaming. That was going to be an issue in the exam. The test. Which of the equations are true identities? One of these. Okay, well that seems like it's just doing a basic factor, whereas this one's seeking to do a basic simplification. So then, not too bad. This first one here, back down n squared plus 3n plus 2. And for here, factors of 2 that add to a positive 3 is a 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 2. And it's all positive, so A is good to go. This next one here, we're going to get... Oh, my leg hurts, actually. So multiplying that out, we're going to get a squared plus 6a plus 9, and then minus 9. Those cancel, and those are actually good. They're both good. Cool. What was the one? Finite geometric series word problems. Why is that here? What does that have to do with polynomial factorization? It's geometric sequences and series, guys. Fuck, that's a different thing. If you see something like this, the first hope is that you can do it by factor by groups. So for this, we can take out an x squared and x plus 7 remaining. Here, you're going to take out the negative 5. X plus 7. We get x plus 7 in both places, so we commit to the factor by grouping by factoring the GCF, which is this binomial x plus 7. And technically we can factor x squared minus 5 as a difference of squares, but 5 is not a perfect square, so it typically doesn't experience that. So we have the quantity x squared minus 5 times the quantity x plus 7. Right? Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Right. Okay, so we get 2x squared, 2x, 3x, and 3. This would simplify into a 5x. So having a 4x and an x makes sense, because the 5x splits into... Let's write down some of these steps instead of just trying to glue them in our head. So we have 5x that's splitting into a 4 and a 1. We have a 3 that's splitting into a 2 and a 1. Nothing else, that's fine. These are just additive exchanges. We have a superfluous set of parentheses being erected around the x plus 1. That is okay. We have a 2 being factored out of the 2x squared plus 4x plus 2, which does result in that. X squared plus 2x plus 1 is in fact the perfect squared of x plus 1 quantity squared. So that checks out. And is that initial expression that it wanted it to be equal to? Yes. All right, good. Joe sat down. My fucking leg hurts. I want to. He got down. So cool, you know, no bells, no alcohol, no paintings on the wall, hot rising on the top. I don't wanna be around you, I just wanna be like you. I don't wanna be around you, just wanna be like. Okay. H earns a $42,000 salary in the first year of her career. Each year she gets a 4% raise. Which expression gives the total amount H has earned in her first N years of her career? So begin with the 42,000. And again, we want a 1.04. I don't want to be around you, just want to be like you. So we want the 104, so these two are gone. This is a decrease, so that's not good there. And then when it came to the denominator, we learned from the last one that we're looking for something of this caliber. So this is going to be a negative 0.04 in the denominator position, not this. So this is actually should be what we're looking for. Gaming. Greatest common factor. 27 and 9. Both divisible by 9. M squared and M. Didn't ask for the GCF. It asked us to factor out the GCF. Ooh, when we don't talk, okay, alcohol, okay, on the wall, rising on the top. I don't want to be around you, just want to be like you. I got tired. Shit. Bye. So cool. This is so cool. 7m squared plus 10 quantity squirt. Find the missing factor. This is asking us to just divide both sides by negative 2x. That's going to give us then a negative 4x squared. Okay, that's a perfect square again. Or at least I know it's going to be. Well, let's confirm. 6 times 7 is 42, and 42 times 2 is 84. So it's a perfect square. 6c minus 7d quantity squared. two identities. This one's wrong right away. I'm not going to fucking bother. Oh, and oh. I'm shit. This just is a there's a factor here. Like this, I think this is right. It's just written wrong. So like, this will be m minus 1 times m squared plus m plus 1. Yeah, because this is what we call a difference of cubes, which we'll put a plus sign there. No, we'll do the plus or minus. We'll just shove it in 1. So it's going to be a plus or minus b, depending on what we begin with. And it's going to be a squared minus or plus ab plus b squared. So a is an m, b is a -1, really. The problem though, calling b a -1 is that it doesn't perfectly work, since m is a positive m, because with the minus here, we put minus here because negative b, yeah, but m times a -1 is still in minus m, but we don't get that, so it's weird. And of course, you can always multiply this back out to actually check the other way, but I'm pretty sure that this one is good to go, whereas this one's not. So, but let's still do it. That's going to be an m cubed plus m squared plus m minus m squared minus m minus 1. Doot, 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 doot. Wham. We did a gamer. And again, there's no way, because there's no subtraction going on here. There's no way that we're going to get rid of the n squared that manifests, so I'm not even going to bother. Nope, other way. Oh, well, this is just a monomial situation, so that's actually easy, because it's going to be just divide that by 5x, right? And so that's going to be 7x squared. Oh, we're ending on a good one. This has a GCF that we should take out first, though, because a 3x cubed can pop out of this bad boy, and we get x squared minus 25, and that's the difference of squares right there. That's going to be x plus 5x minus 5. Yeah. 3x raised power 3. That's 2. Times quantity of x plus 5 and x minus 5. That's that, yeah. The x cubed, the 3, that's an x squared, that's 75 is 3/4 right in your pocket. Subtracting, so it is difference of squares. Nice. Hey Joe, leave me alone. Strayman. Yes, that would be fine. That was good. You get tired though. They're in my calculator all over the place, man. Shit. We're level 51 gamers, or we're on the road to level 51. We got 50, which is probably then the notification that we looked at yesterday. It's probably in relation to that. Let's do a refresh. 32. Got it. Got man's world. Papo babe, papa ba 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 be papo babe, papa ba ba ba. Coming up, Scotland. Ow, he bit me. Shit. Stop. Polynomial division's fun though, so I'm excited to do that next week. You better listen to me. Now Lord help see fantasy. Okay. Now let me scratch your ear because you apparently got itchy ear. Now, let me in there. Your ear looks alright, man. Yeah, I cleaned my thumb. I just dug in your ear like that. Our other two cats have allergies, and so it led to them not really having a like. It looks like they could have like a mite issue, but it's also a response to infections where like they'll get like a bunch of like waxy buildup and shit in their ears, and so our other two cats got used to us scratching inside of their ears, rubbing around for them to help them out. And they're very kind in that if we do that and then present them the finger that we're using to scratch the inside of their ear with, they'll clean the finger for us, which is wild. I don't know if they're supposed to do but they have this desire to lick that finger. And apparently Joe has the same deal. He's got an itchy ear. He doesn't have gunk, which is good, but your breath stinks, man. Stop fucking licking me. My hands probably smelling. I need to get hand sanitizer. But let us close this. We'll take away our friends, and we'll transition over to our sketches. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We have obey. 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 What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Before we necessarily move on to the art stuff, I wanted to point out, because I haven't updated the mod list just yet for some of the recent additions that we've made to Mass Effect 1, and there's going to be at least 2 more mods that get added to Mass Effect 3. Excuse me, the Mass Effect 3 editions will have an impact on experiences that we have with Carl 2.0. The mods that we did today, of course, do not apply to Carl 2.0 because we are well out of Mass Effect 1 at this point. Maybe not well, we're out of Mass Effect 1. But a bunch of like juicy mods came out for N7 Day, which is just cool that it either just worked out that way or they just did a coordinated effort. So one of the mods that we have installed is the LE1 Power and Talent Overhaul by Nighthawk. It does a bunch of really cool things in that it basically overhauls all of the powers to try to unify them a little bit more with what the experience is with the later games. So it's really cool, and like one of the key things I like a lot is that this has it to where like everyone has a native capacity to obtain heavy armor, which is really cool. If you so decide, so like we now have technically a redundancy because that one mod that we have that enables that ability generally we can remove now. But currently I haven't, so we just won't abuse our newfound abilities. It also unifies the hacking and decryption. No, not hacking. Electronics and decryption into one set of powers. We still have the mod though that we still have the mod that we still have the mod that separates the hacking minigame requirements from electronics and decryption though. So yeah. So like it's cool that it unifies that into one sort of metric, but we still don't have to follow. We're still not following that metric per se. This may do things point wise. I don't know or think so as well. So I don't remember reading anything in here saying that does stuff to the point allotment. But looking at like the list, it's much shorter. It seemed like that always there's like this weirdly infinite line of stuff, and honestly, these are still a lot. So maybe it's not actually much shorter than what I'm thinking of anyway. It might be just as big. But it seemed really cool, so we're going to be playing with that and essentially, I guess, playtesting it. It seems to be more or less stable, but it's very new. So we'll have that. And another big update that's come out, or not big update, but a mod that's come out that's pretty big, is a looks menu, an outfit selection menu that can be activated in and outside of combat. That I think, if my interpretation is correctly, it works outside the like armor stuff. So like, yeah. I haven't taken off casual hubs, so maybe there'll be some sort of conflict. It talked about there being some sort of like interaction stuff going on, but it should be fine. We should be okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But along with this, the appearance modification menu for LE1, there was a bunch of cosmetic packs that backported. Also, the menu will point out right from Drop the Squid, and the cosmetic packs that I've installed for adding more to this is the stuff that Aldemus. You know who you are. That A here added a couple different packs. We have all four of them. And they essentially just backport outfits from other games into here. And Rex is a big special boy. He gets some armors that other Krogan get to wear from throughout the series, which is nice. And then other stuff that Garrus gets to wear gets to come back. And there's a number of things. It's cool. So we might fuck around with that a little bit, but what we have going for today doesn't really do anything with that menu. It's just a thing that's been added. So we have these 6 additions to the Mass Effect 1 loadout, and everything else on the list is the same currently. So I just wanted to point that out. So we'll just close these off now because we talked about it. Sure. All right. So sketch time. Sketch time. Rip it out. Down. That's the most. Just give it time. Yeah. So we have one role that we need to do in association with yesterday, the 7th of November. Good old In7 day. Stop touching the keyboard, Joe. Shit. But let's give her a fat spin, shall we? So I didn't randomize it, but there's not a lot of days here, so I'm not worried about posthumously canceling this roll because I don't want to sketch acapella. Because I don't. I appreciate you wanting to hang out here. I really need you to not be up here. So we're going to go ahead and hide acapella and go ahead and respect the fact that it's part of the wheel. And we did get it. We'll also preemptively add the entry for the 8th day here, and let's look at the calendar because today's word is feign. So let's go ahead and add that feign. But let's learn about acapella. What it means. When a song is performed a cappella, it is sung unaccompanied by instrumental music. A hush fell over the audience as a voice from off stage began singing a cappella. Several a cappella groups are slated to perform during the celebration. A cappella in context. In a video posted to Twitter, Her delivers a hauntingly beautiful cover of Coldplay's classic Fix You, which peaked at number 59 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2005. I'm assuming not the cover, but the song itself, like the original song. Backed by 4 of her background singers, Her belts out the 2005 hit completely a cappella. Okay, so we need to draw singing without music, without accompanying instruments. So this also means that, generally speaking, carolers are singing a cappella and not just badly. Got 'em burn. A cappella arrived in English in the 18th century via the Italian phrase a cappella, meaning in chapel or choir style. Shit. Medieval Latin capella, meaning chapel, is the source of English chapel. Couldn't have thought that, honestly. Like that's genuinely shocking. The a cappella style reached prominence in the late 16th century in the music that composer. I was going to actually do it, but it's Giovanni. But all right. I'm not going to try the other ones. Wrote for the Sistine Chapel of the Vatican. Because no independent instrumental parts were written down, scholars once thought that the choir sang unaccompanied, but current evidence makes clear that an organ or other instruments doubled some or several of the vocal parts. Regardless, today a cappella describes a purely vocal performance. So when you're singing in the shower, although some could argue that the shower itself is an instrument. Wait, this actually begs the question then: if Patrick Star performed with mayonnaise, and if mayonnaise is not an instrument, then the vocal stylings of Patrick Star in said performance would have been considered a cappella. Very cool. But yeah, so we need to do some sort of sketch with a cappella as our inspirations. Did you see that flashbang that happened to me? Shit. I really like how Hatching came out. I really like it. Okay, we have. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Fucking dude, goddamn. Want to trim your nails again? What will you do then? None. For a type of single goddamn thing. There we go. Acappella. MW dict. Word. Oops. Of the day. No. Alright. Over to the G pen. I don't know why I want to do something like this now. I don't know why that's happening. But I'm not accepting it right now. I do want something more on that swoop though. Yeah, that's good. I see where like the thing is going.